Hey everyone, welcome back to Brutal Reviews. Alright, this is the Asustor Lockerstor 2 Gen 2 AS6702T. On paper, it looks like a monster. Quad-core 2.0 GHz CPU. Dual 2.5 GB ports. 4 NVMe M.2 slots. Upgradable RAM. And a lot of people actually like this NAS. 1 in every 5 buyers saying, yeah, this was a mistake. So let's talk about why. Issue number 1. RAM upgrade is a total nightmare. Bold truth. Whoever designed this RAM layout hates users. Yes, technically it supports RAM upgrades. But one slot is easy, and the other one requires dismantling the entire NAS. You have to take the whole thing apart just to reach it. Users are asking the obvious question, why not ship it with the hard-to-reach slot pre-filled? Instead, Asustor chose the worst possible design. Many buyers flat out gave 2 stars just for this alone. Upgradable? Sure. User-friendly? Absolutely not. Issue number 2. Fragile NVMe hardware. Bold truth. Premium NAS, dollar store parts. The NVMe holder pin is repeatedly described as weak, fragile, and poorly designed. One wrong move and it feels like it's going to snap. When people are installing expensive SSDs, the last thing they want is cheap plastic holding it in place. This is supposed to be a prosumer NAS, not a DIY gamble. Issue number 3. Software quality is a mess. Bold truth. Good hardware, sloppy software. Users complain about bugs, broken features, unreliable updates, services randomly not working. One IT professional literally said, functionality is terrible. Ease of setup is a joke. That's brutal and telling. When even experienced users are frustrated, beginners don't stand a chance. Issue number 4. Firmware updates can brick the NAS. Bold truth. Updates make it worse, not better. Multiple users report that each firmware update slows the NAS down. Eventually, it reaches a point where file access lags, apps freeze, and in some cases, the NAS just dies. One user said a 2025 update basically bricked their unit, and tech support admitted older hardware gets left behind. That's unacceptable for a device meant to run 24/7 for years. Issue number 5. Random death and power failure. Bold truth. This NAS has a habit of playing dead. Several users reported the unit suddenly won't power on, no LAN lights, no front LEDs, power brick looks fine. NAS is dead. Even worse? Some units died, were repaired, and died again within months. A NAS is supposed to protect your data, not become a recurring failure point. Issue number 6. Terrible customer support. Bold truth. Once they have your money, good luck. RMA processes taking 6+ weeks. Users paying return shipping. Emails going unanswered. Support admitting limitations, but doing nothing about them. One review straight up says, run away. Buy it and get NO support. That's not a warning, that's a siren. Issue number 7. Router and compatibility disasters. Bold truth. Expensive NAS, but may not work with your router. Some users found this NAS completely incompatible with modern routers, including Asus routers. No port forwarding. No remote apps. No Nextcloud. No VPN. Nothing. One user called it an absolute paperweight, and honestly, that might be generous. A NAS that can't connect properly to modern networks is pointless. Final verdict. Brutal and honest. Here's the reality. The Asustor Lockerstor 2 Gen 2 AS6702T has strong hardware, great specs, and solid potential, but it's dragged down by horrible design decisions, Buggy, risky firmware, weak hardware parts, random failures, and some of the worst customer support in the NAS space. If everything works, you'll probably love it. But if something goes wrong, and for many people it does, you're on your own. Verdict. Powerful but risky. Not beginner-friendly. If you still want to take the gamble, buy link is in the description. This is Brutal Reviews. See you in the next one.